It should be a free flow. A part of you is like you're riding a motorcycle on a mountain. Understand, you're on a damn bike. Like, don't be so lost into the mountains and the breeze that, pay attention. There could be a Mack truck coming your way. You're on a bike on a winding road. But should you always be thinking about the bike? And a lot of people, this is what they're doing. They're thinking about should I say this in the team meeting? When you got the senior leadership on the call and everybody's on that Zoom call. Should I say this? And they're like this. Like this on their bike. The bike of your mind. And what I'm saying is the 3-second rule. If an idea comes to your mind and you're in that business meeting, you're in that networking event, you're on that Zoom call, and you think, I got something here, and more than 3 seconds passes, you're already too late. You should vomit it out of your mouth as soon as it hits your brain. No more than 3 seconds before it leaves your mouth. Because trust me, it's going to add value to the room. Now, if you're a talking head and your problem is that you're just always cutting off the president of the company because you got these light bulb of ideas and you're like always interrupting, then, that's a different issue. However, I don't think that's the problem in this group. I think the problem is with too much like this squeezing our bike handles. I think that's the problem here. And so we got to let go. We got to turn off the thinking mind. When you're in your head, you're dead. It's like, that's the problem here, guys. Everybody here can speak. How do I know that? Because if we go to a wedding and we have a couple of Heinekens, all of a sudden, boy, am I a great public speaker. So did I teach you how to speak? You see what I'm saying? You all can speak. Now, the problem is there is a real chemical epinephrine and adrenaline dump that gets activated in the mind, courses through your body, and people do feel stifled gestures, people do feel quivering voice, people do feel... So there's a real manifestations that are happening that's making you to not be yourself, and it's also clogging up the brain, like not putting you in a peak flow state to where you have access to words, sayings, analogies, examples, personal stories, observational stories, expert opinions, statistics, case studies, to pull from all the content that you've been downloading since the age of 3. The problem is that fear, or that epinephrine, that adrenaline, is creating scytomas, which means blind spots, in your brain. So we got to be able to be in a flow state. And what we can do is if you guys want, I'm going to go ahead and just allow to see if there's any questions in the room about public speaking, about transforming into a charismatic leader, about communicating from the heart, really making that rapport, that connection with the audience. Or if there's anything about, I got a speech coming up, I got a presentation, or I just had a trigger event. I got this thing and I feel like I blew it. I stunk up the whole room and I know I bombed. And I want to know, this is what happened. So I want to know, how could I have done something different there? What's the cure? Again, I've been doing this for 14 years. They call me the public speaking doctor here in Atlanta. I believe I'm one of the top 3 public speaking coaches in the entire world. I happen to live in Atlanta, but I work with the who's who. I work with tons of corporate teams. This is what I do full time. Somebody asked me the other day, do you do anything? I'm like, I don't have time to do anything else. 93% of the population fears public speaking. That means there's a lot of work that I got to do with the remaining time that I got here on this earth. And so, I get to see pitches for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I get to see slide decks and people's presentations, their talks. I mean, this is what I eat. I eat presentations. That's my diet, So I get to have a lot of reference points because of that. And I'm also a full-time speaker, so I'm a practitioner, not just a teacher, right? And it could be one thing okay, all right, coach, that's cool, but can you dunk from the free throw line? So I'm the kind of coach like, I'll dunk, and then I'll teach you how to dunk. Let's dunk together. Okay, so do you have a question right here?
So, if you're speaking, what is the best way to start or to the best skill in the beginning, in the middle, and to close and end?
So the best way that you want to start a speech, now understand guys that art is subjective. And just because I say that's the best way, does that mean that there's no other way? There's many ways, right? We said earlier, there's many ways to skin a cat, right? So there's many ways, but what I believe is one of the best ways to start a speech is with 3 enrolling questions. Or let's say you're on that webinar or you're on that team call and it's a presentation. It's not just a status update, it's a presentation. I believe 3 enrolling questions is one of the best ways, one of the most high impact ways to start a speech, right? So by a show of hands, how many people here would love to become better speakers, better presenters by the time we finish our session here today? Let me see you guys. And then how many people understand that public speaking works for those that work hard at it? Let me hear you say aye.
Aye.
If you think you got to put in a little bit of practice. Right? And then how many people here, you'd love to take your newfound skill and turn it into real hard cash? If that's you, say, show me the money.
Show me the money.
Right? So what I just do there, I start off with 3 questions. Why? Because when I ask a question, it produces a hypnotic brain freezing effect on the audience, and they can't help but to at least think about the question. They may not answer, but I want them participating from the jump. So if I start asking questions, usually I'm getting crowd participation and engagement early on. And we got to train the audience from the beginning. Yeah.
About that, what if the audience don't participate, so they don't engage with these first couple of questions? How do you react there?
Okay, so what I will say on this is usually it's a speaker issue, not an audience issue. Usually, not always though. There could be tough crowds. But I would say 80% of the time it's a speaker issue, right? So today we're gonna have a great day. Everybody excited about today? Right? Guys, I said, is everybody excited about today? Come on, let me hear it. I can't hear you.
Yes.
Everybody say, yeah, turn your neighbor. Everybody stand up. Put your hand on your heart. Say, today I'm here to master the art of public speaking.
Today I'm here to master the art of public speaking.
Okay, very good. You can have a seat. So what did I just do there?
You engage that.
At first I said, everybody excited about being here today? And I think you said, yeah, it sounds good. And then smacked everybody in the face. Right? I smacked everybody in the face. I said, wake up! So you say it again. Like if you're they're not responding. Smack the audience in the face. Be like, wake up! Meaning, you gotta say it again. Say it twice as loud. Get a bolt of energy into you. Like someone just shocked you. Electrocuted you. And you're oh! You know what I mean? Go crazy on them. Smack them in the face. So sometimes we just do little things we're gonna have we're gonna have a great day. We're gonna have what kind of day? And if they're not saying anything, say, I can't hear you, just do this. You guys remember Hulk Hogan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say, everybody try that one time. Say, I can't hear you.
I can't hear you.
You'd be surprised how that works. How well it works.
That's a technique.
I can't hear you. Boom, all of a sudden, we're training the audience to engage with us so that we're having a 2-way dialogue, not a monologue.